What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Breeze back here with another video today. We're coming with you with a Blue Eyes Odion deck build with a little bit of Buster Blader engine in there. I figured out a combo the other day. Everything that I'm going to show you at the end of the video is going to be a one-card combo. We just need a discard, but it's going to bridge the Blue Eyes engine. It's going to bridge the Odion, the Man with the Mark engine, and it's also going to bridge that Buster Blader engine together. So stay tuned. Let's get right into the deck profile. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our other videos. We also got that Sinful Black Rose deck profile. We end up getting those 10 likes, so I got another video coming out with the hand rip combo. Stay tuned to that. Definitely go check that video out. Let's get it. Okay, starting off the deck profile, we're going to start with 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. Sage is our one-card starter. She's really insane. If you can get the Sage, you basically can bridge all engines. You will need a discard for that one Wishes of Eyes of Blue, so don't forget that. But yeah, Sage is an incredible card, so definitely need 3 Sage. And then we're on 1 Maiden. If I had a second one, I probably would play a second one just because Maiden is a one-card combo as well. We basically just want to get access to Wishes. If we can get access to Wishes, we definitely can get everything going. And they're on 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon, just 1 single Blue Eyes, because we don't want to turn this deck into Brick Eyes White Dragon. We just want to keep it simple. And if we end up drawing that 1 Blue Eyes, we do have ways to get it to the graveyard still or summon it to the field. So don't worry about that, but just 1 Blue Eyes. And then we're on 2 of the Buster Whelp Destruction Swordsmaster. This is another 1-card starter, but it's not going to get you into everything, but it will get most of your engines going. So just 1 of the Buster Whelps. And then we're on 1 Buster Blader. This is the new Buster Blader card. You can play the OG Buster Blader as well, but I chose to play him. You typically want to run 2, but I end up cutting 1 just because I'm trying to limit the bricks that are in the deck. So we're on just 1 of him. And then we're on 2 Man with the Mark. And then we're on 2 Anubis Last Judge. Man with the Mark gets our Odion engine going, but it doesn't bridge everything. Same thing with Anubis. So we only decided to run 2 of just because they're consistency pieces and we still want them in the deck. So just those right there. And then we're on the 1 Circuit. Circuit is insane. I contemplated running more than 1 Circuit, but just 1 is pretty good. He has the ability to banish a level 10 from the deck and then special summon himself as his summoning condition. And then on summon, he can search a spell or trap that mentions Temple with the Kings. So he's an insane card for the deck. And then for the spells, we are on 3 Treasures with the Kings, and then we're on 1 Temple of the Kings. Just an insane package. We definitely want to max out on this as much as we can. Treasures of the King is insane. It gives you access to multiple negates, multiple pops, things like that. So we want to max out on that. Then for the Blue Eyes spells, we're on the 2 Wishes. We're on 1 Mausoleum of White, and then we are on 1 Roar with the Blue-Eyed Dragons. So Roar is pretty good. It allows you to special summon that Blue Eyes if it gets banished off like a Bistio or something. Wishes is 1-card combo. I will try to show that at the end of the video. If I don't get a chance to, we'll come back with another video and show you guys all the ins and outs of the deck. And for our spicy tech, we're on 2 Prius map, and then we're on 1 Where Art Thou. Where Art Thou technically could be another Prius map. I didn't have another one, so I decided to play this. It's basically just a way to be able to search out all your level 1s in your deck. Search a Sage of Eyes of Blue, the Buster Whelp, the Maiden, things like that. So these are pretty sick cards to have in your deck. And then we are on the 1 True Light, just for the Blue Eyes package. Definitely need that 1 True Light. For the Buster engine, we're on the 3 Prologue. And then this is a proxy, but this is the Destruction Sword Memories. You need this card definitely be able to fuse from the graveyard for the Buster Fusion. And then for the Apophis Traps, we're on 1 Apophis Serpent. And we're on 2 Apophis Swamp Deities. These are basically 2 negates. And then with True Light face up, it's another continuous trap. So that automatically gives you a negate. And then just for the non-engine, we are on the 3 Ash Blossoms. We are on 2 Fualos. We're on 2 Ghost Bell. And it's Blue Eyes, so we got to play it. We're on the Effect Veilers. Just 2 Effect Veilers just because we're able to search them. And it's still another level 1 light that we're able to search off multiple cards. So definitely worth it to play it. And then to round out the main deck, we're on 3 Triple Tax just because we can search our cards like our Prius map. We can search our Where Art Thou. We can set our Buster Prologue. Things like that. So Triple Tack is just too good for the thrust. And then we're also on the 1 Talent just for a power card. If they interrupt us, we can draw for 2 just to keep digging through our deck. I'm contemplating running a Pot of Prosperity, but I couldn't find one, so I didn't run it. So this is our deck right now. Okay, just getting right through the extra deck. We're on 1 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. That's our link 1. Gets everything going. We can link off the Sage. We can link off an Effect Veiler. We can link off the Buster Whelp, things like that. And he's always going to get that Mausoleum going for the additional normal summon and get the Blue Eyes in the deck sent to the graveyard so we can recycle it with that True Light. So he's a great card. We're on the one Silhouette Rabbit. You may have noticed I'm not playing cards like Statue of Azaron or the Statue of Anguish pattern. We're not playing those cards. We really just play Silhouette Rabbit just for something. If we get interrupted and we're only left with 2 bodies, we're able to just link off and still set the Apophis Serpent trap, still giving us a negate and a pop of a spell and trap off the rabbit. I didn't want to play the other continuous traps just because it allowed me to limit the bricks in my deck. And usually with True Light and Temple of Kings and the Apophis traps, we just don't have the space to be able to set everything. So we had to pick our poison. So that was just what I decided to cut. And then we are on our usual link package, IP Masquerena, SP Little Knight, and we are on the Hieratic Seals for this build just because the dragons, we sometimes need the Hieratic Seal. Don't really have too many good targets to special from the deck, but it is there for that bounce for the opponent. And then we are on the one access code talker. Regarding the SP, the IP, and the access code, that's just my typical go-to link package. I like running them in most decks just to give me a little bit more toolbox. But if you have any suggestions that you think I should run a different package, leave some comments down below. Let me know. Give me some considerations. Maybe I'll put it in the next video. But that is all for the links. And then for the synchros, we are on the one Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon bridges everything for us. It allows us to be able to go from Blue Eyes to Odion. So definitely needs it. It gives us a 1,000 life point boost as well. And it special summons a level 4 or lower from our hand as well. So it's an extender. So Ancient Fairy Dragon is goated. That's why she's in that QCR. And then we are on one Buster Dragon. Buster Dragon is a part of that Buster combo that I was talking about earlier, allowing us to turn everything's into dragons for our opponent, and then they are not able to activate any dragon effects, so anything on the field will be negated. And then if they have a dragon in the graveyard or in their hand, they can't activate it. So this is going to be amazing for like Dragon Link format when after Burst Protocol drops. And then we are on 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon is amazing. It allows you to be able to tag out any of Light Synchro Dragon basically from your extra deck. So you go into like Ancient Fairy Dragon to bridge your Odion. And then I am also on the one Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. It's just basically an Omni negate for something on field. So if we ever don't need to get into our Odion engine, we automatically just go Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. That's it for the synchros. And then rounding out the extra deck, we're on one Divine Serpent Apophis. That allows you to reset all of your Apophis traps. And when a trap card is activated, a continuous trap, he can pop a card on the field. So he's broken. Definitely love that card. We did decide to play the one Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon just because it's an insane card to be able to set any trap from your graveyard after the damage step. So just insane. Then we're on that one Buster Destruction Swordsman Fusion. He's insane. He gets up to like 9,800 sometimes and can OTK your opponent. And then just rounding out, we are on the one Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon just because we need that to equip it to the Blue Eyes White Dragon to be able to fuse into that Tyrant Dragon. Like I said, for my casual decks, there is no side deck. If you guys think that's a problem and I should make a side deck for every deck, let me know. Leave a like, comment down below. Let's get right into the combo video. We're going to get right into this combo video. It's just going to be a 1-card combo with a discard. It's just with the single Sage of Eyes of Blue. It could be any discard in your hand. We're always going to start out with 5, so you will have that discard. If it's in the grind game, hopefully you do have that discard as well. But we're going to get right into it. So we are going to start with normal summoning Sage with Eyes of Blue. Sage is going to search Maiden of White. Then we're going to activate Maiden of White from hand, sending it to the graveyard. That is going to place the True Light face up on your field. You're then going to go ahead and activate the True Light. True Light will set the Wishes of Eyes of Blue. And then we'll link off that Sage. We are going to go ahead into the Spirit with Eyes of Blue here. One summon, that will add the Mausoleum of White. We will then activate the Mausoleum of White. Activating, it's going to go ahead and target the Spirit with Eyes of Blue, sending the Vanilla Blue Eyes from deck to the graveyard. Then activating Spirit with Eyes of Blue effect, we will go ahead and send it to the graveyard, special summoning the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes, since it was summoned, that will trigger the Maiden of White. Maiden of White will go ahead and summon itself to the field now. And then before we do anything else, we will go ahead and activate the Wishes of Eyes of Blue here. I'm going to go ahead and discard that Triple Tactics talent or whatever other discard in your hand that you don't need or you want to get rid of. That's going to go ahead and search a level 1 Light Tuner as well as a Speller Trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. We are going to go ahead and get the Buster Whelp of Destruction, and then we'll get the Roar of the Blue Eye Dragons, where they're going to get added to our hand. And then here, we're going to go ahead and Synchro Summon. We will go for the Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon. We're not going to use this effect yet. We're actually going to use the additional normal summon of Mausoleum of White. This is where we're going to summon that Buster Whelp of Destruction. which will search the prologue of Destruction Swordsman to your hand. That's going to be your floodgate for your opponent's turn. And then to go ahead and bridge to the Odion engine now, we will tag out to the Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon will summon the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon can pop a field spell on the field, so we will pop that Mausoleum of White. And then that will go ahead and get the Treasures of the Kings. We're going to activate Treasures of the Kings here. That will set one Apophis trap from our deck. We will set the Apophis the Serpent. And then since we have two traps or two speller traps on the field that are set or face up, we can go ahead and add one monster that mentions Temple of Kings from the deck. We're going to go ahead and get the Circuit. Circuit can also banish a level 10 or higher from the deck, which that's what we'll do. We'll banish the Anubis, and we can special Circuit from our hand, and then activating Circuit on field, it will search the Temple of Kings. Temple of Kings allows you to activate a trap the turn it was set. So we will go ahead and activate that Temple of Kings, allowing us to activate the Apophis Serpent. Apophis Serpent now will activate, summoning itself to the field, and it's going to set one Apophis trap. We're going to set that Apophis Swamp Deity. And then we're going to go ahead and activate it immediately because Apophis Serpent allows this to be activated. And then we will contact fuse these two into the Divine Serpent Apophis here. The Divine Serpent will allow you to target the Apophis traps in your grave up to 3, and then you can reset them. So we will reset them for our opponent's turn. And then now we're going to go ahead and finalize our end board. We're going to go ahead and link some in here. We will link the Circuit and the Whelp. And if you want to, you can run a level 7 Synchro here. He is a tuner, so you do have that ability if you want to get a little bit more spicy. But we will just link into an IP Masquerena. And then going ahead, we will activate the Roar of the Blue-Eye Dragons. That is going to special the Vanilla Blue Eyes back from our graveyard. And then we will link the Blue Eyes and the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Using those two dragons, we will go into Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spears. And now we are locked into the dragons for the rest of our turn due to Roar, but we're not going to go back in our extra deck. We're not going to even do anything else. We're going to go ahead and just set one card, and that's going to be the Prologue, and that's going to be our end turn. So off that one Sage and a discard, you ended on an IP Masquerena. You ended off a Hieratic Seals of Heavenly Spears, a Divine Serpent Apophis, which is a pop. Seals is a bounce. IP goes into SP for a banish. We also have the Apophis Serpent. When we activate this on our opponent's turn, it's going to go ahead and set another Swamp Deity. And then it's just all about sequencing here, because when you activate Prologue, you are going to go ahead and summon the Destruction Swordsman, and you're going to summon the Buster Dragon. So you will have to be mindful on what you will do. You can go ahead and bounce the Spears. You don't have to summon from deck. You can go ahead and IP into something else, or you can summon something with the Spears and an IP and SP. And then you do have the negates as well. But it's just, and then you have an Omni, he's a pop, but that's just all off one Sage. It's just a combo if you wanted to go ahead and just play something different. I love Odion, I love Buster Dragon, not really been a fan of Blue Eyes, but the structure decks came out, so it gave you the ability to play things at a high pace. So if you like this, go ahead and pick up these cards. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to leave those comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Rose Dragon combo with the 2 hand rips coming out soon. We're at like 500 views on that, 30 likes. So I appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a good Christmas. Let's end this year off right. Peace out, Llama Gang. Have a good one.